All right, guys, what's going on? Hope you're doing good. Hope you've had a great day. Back again, talking about Sebastian Rogers and the investigation that is taking place to figure out what happened to him. And I totally forgot. I got to thinking and totally forgot. I was so focused on, you know, other stuff, like the landfill, the dogs not picking up Sebastian's scent, Chris and Katie, just stuff I totally forgot, guys. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I forgot that. I forgot about Melissa. I believe that's Chris's sister. I totally forgot about Melissa being around Sebastian that Sunday. Totally forgot about it. I mean, I think I believe Katie met up with her earlier that day, and she was around Sebastian that day then, and totally forgot about it. So I mean, if I was as an investigator, I'd be looking hard at people who had access to Sebastian recently before he went missing, or who was around him. You know what I mean? I don't think a lot of people has talked about Melissa. Now, when it comes to Melissa, what's got me so focused on her right now is Nina's older daughter made the statement that Melissa told Chris to just back over her ass, talking about Nina. I think that was dropping the kids off, exchanging the kids or something like that. And she said she heard this Melissa woman tell Chris, just back over her ass, put the truck in reverse and back over her ass, or something like that, something to that effect. That and the fact that she was around Sebastian, Sunday before he went missing. I really hope, as an investigator, I would be, that would be, if I knew, if I was an investigator and I knew Melissa had that kind of history and she was, around Sebastian that Sunday. And I'm sure investigators have spoken pretty much to everybody that's an associate of Chris's, an associate of Katie's, a relative of Chris's, a relative of Katie's, associates of Seth, relatives of Seth. But Seth coming out, I'm not too worried about Seth at this point because, Seth has come out and, he made a theory be known that, he was pretty upset when he said it, but he was thinking maybe, one of the things that may have happened to Sebastian was Katie might have given him too much medication, right? So you have to stop and think, who would help Katie out if something bad happened to Sebastian? As an investigative look at it, because Katie was the only one in that house when Sebastian went missing. It's just her and him. So you got to ask yourself, if Katie's responsible for what happened to Sebastian, and those flashlights, in that video, if somebody was helping Katie, who would help Katie? That's what you've got to ask yourself from an investigative standpoint. Who would help Katie get rid of Sebastian? And the only reason I'm saying that is because obviously Katie was the only one there when Sebastian went missing. So that's the only reason why I'm saying that. That's one of the scenarios that you've got to look at from an investigative standpoint. Who would help Katie get rid of Sebastian? And Now knowing, you know, the history behind Melissa, you know, would Melissa possibly do it? I'm not saying she did. I'm just saying, you know, is there something there for, you know, is there some kind of motive there for Melissa to help Katie out? If, you know, what is it? Chris's dad and stepmom, the Bowersocks, the Bowersocks. Would there be motive for them to help Katie out if something happened to Sebastian and they had to get, you know, Katie had to get rid of Sebastian? You know, would there be motive for them to help Katie out? But in looking at the flashlight video, I mean, we can all guess until we're blue in the face, but from the looks of it, from a factual standpoint of it, it looks like multiple people in that video. So if that is what happened to Sebastian, I mean, if that video is, you know, Sebastian disappearing, multiple people's involved. And more than likely it's people that, you know, don't want to, you know, they care less about the reward, right? I mean, the reward could probably go up to $2 million and ain't nobody going to say nothing, right? Because, I mean, well, how are you going to spend it? I mean, the only people that know about it are the criminals, in my opinion. And how are you going to spend $1 million when you're serving a life sentence, possibly, right? It just don't make sense. And again, that's the reason why I think no viable information has came out to, you know, find out where Sebastian's at. The other thing I want to talk about is, you know, the real reason why Seth is not, I mean, Seth has been brought up a lot lately, you know, some people are bringing up Seth a lot lately. And I mean, it's an active investigation, and yeah, I mean, technically Seth ain't been cleared. But let me tell you why I think, in my opinion, the real reason why Seth is not cleared, okay? The investigation is just so secretive, okay? From the police standpoint, it's just so secretive that the police have not publicly cleared anybody. And they'll say that to this day. We've not cleared anybody. And I think that it's so secretive so police can have, now listen to me on this, guys. This is real important. I think it's so secretive so police can have the biggest advantage at not only an arrest, but a prosecution also. Right. A lot of people are like, you know, well, why haven't this person been arrested? Why haven't that person been arrested? And I keep saying this in a lot of my videos. The easy part is arresting somebody. The hard part is prosecuting them. And if you take anything away from my videos and, you know, this true crime stuff, just remember that. The easy part would be to arrest somebody, right? The hard part would be to prosecute them. So don't forget that. Don't forget that. And I can understand, like, when you look at the Idaho 4 case, you know, I was making some videos and referencing the Idaho 4 case, and I was like, well, why can't Sumner County come out and clear people like they did in the Idaho 4 case, right? That way it would kind of simmer down all the drama, all the speculation, all that stuff. And it finally hit me last night. I know why now. Or I think I know why. Because, I mean, I can understand publicly clearing people in the Idaho 4 case because the public felt like they were in danger. Right. The community of Moscow, Idaho, felt like they were in danger. The students at the university, the faculty, just people in the area in general, felt like they were in danger, right? So, where in Sebastian's case, I believe it's isolated. I mean, no other kid from that neighborhood has gone missing. I don't know, is Sebastian the only kid in Hendersonville? Sumner County? Is Sebastian the only kid in Sumner County that's missing? You know what I mean? So I don't really think that any other kids are in danger here. I don't think anybody in the general public is in danger because of the Sebastian Rogers case or anything associated with it. I believe that what happened to Sebastian is an isolated incident. And I don't believe the public is in danger. So that would be the difference in why the Idaho 4, the police in the Idaho 4 case came out and cleared, the hoodie guy, the food truck guy, Jack. I think there were several Jacks. There's like Jack D. There are several Jacks. I think they've done that because the public in general felt like they were in danger. Whereas I would say the whole county of Sumner County, they don't feel like they're in danger. I mean, it's newsworthy. Don't get me wrong. I don't even think that the people in that neighborhood, when it comes to maybe what happened to Sebastian. Now, I'm not talking about people coming into the, outsiders coming into the neighborhood and harassing people, trying to get interviews, trying to, do this and do that. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about the isolated, like whoever is responsible for Sebastian's disappearance. I don't even think the neighborhood is really concerned about their safety when it comes to that. Because whatever happened to Sebastian, in my opinion, is very isolated. And probably doesn't come off that property, 1008 Stafford Court. I think that's Sebastian's address. But yeah. I mean, I don't think any other kids on Stafford Court or in that community. I don't think any other kids are in danger. I think it was very isolated to Sebastian, and whatever happened to Sebastian was done by people that not only knew Sebastian, but had very good access to him, if you will. That's my opinion, guys. That's my opinion. And also, what's up with the video of Sebastian taking out the trash, guys? We all know that they've said there's a video supposedly of Sebastian taking out the trash, but I've been hearing from a lot of people that it was so bad, the quality of it was so bad, you can't even make out who it really was taking out the trash, right? And I mean, it could have been Sebastian, right? I mean, in my opinion, when Katie said Sebastian took the trash out, I kind of believe her. If he was captured on video, but they can't make it out to make sure 100% that it was him, because the video, from what I hear, is, such a poor quality, you can't really make out who it is taking the trash out. That's what I've heard. But in my mind, I think Katie's telling the truth. I think Sebastian took the trash out, because I believe whatever happened to Sebastian happened after he took that trash out. I believe that. So on that aspect, I do believe Katie when she says, Sebastian took the trash out, and then, because I believe, based on everything that's that I look at as a whole in the investigation, if Katie's responsible for Sebastian's disappearance in any form, any shape, form, fashion, or whatever, I believe what happened to Sebastian, if Katie's responsible, happened after he took the trash out. So that's my opinion on that. So I'm not really too I mean, if I was an investigator and you could make out Sebastian really good taking the trash out, I mean, you'd want to pay attention to some body language. Did he look like he was injured, scared, you know, whatever? But I don't think based on Sebastian taking the trash out like he normally would, like Katie said, I don't think he knew what was coming that night. I really don't. I don't think Sebastian knew what was coming that night. Let me know what you think on that. You think I'm right? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. But again, wrapping this up, no matter how you look at this investigation, you cannot deny the fact that there was a lot of concerning stuff going on at Sebastian's house right before he went missing. And you can't deny that. I mean, that's a fact. There was a lot of concerning stuff going on at that house before Sebastian went missing. So, and that'll all get played out, you know, when the time comes. And again, I'm not saying Chris and Katie had anything to do with it. I'm not saying any of their relatives had anything to do with it. It's just something to look at. You know, something that makes you raise your eyebrows, something that makes you question, you know, could these people be involved? You know, I'm looking at Melissa right now because, you know, obviously if she told Chris to run Nina's ass over with a truck, it shows a little bit of violent tendencies there, right? I mean, would Nina have actually done that if she could have? I mean, would Nina have, or would Melissa have run over Nina with Chris's truck? I mean, just saying that, you know, kind of sheds a little bit of violent tendencies on Melissa there. And then Melissa being around Sebastian right before he went missing on Sunday. As an investigator, you know, I would be looking, I'd be looking pretty good at Melissa. But again, you know, guys, I'm not saying that she did have anything to do with it, but if she did and everything was, I mean, like I said, I don't think Sebastian knew what was coming when he was taking out the trash. I don't think Sebastian knew what was coming at all that day. But I do think some people did know. I do think in my heart some people did know what was going to be happening to Sebastian later that evening and early that next morning. So anyway, let me know what you think, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Again, thank you guys for all the new, I don't know where all my new subscribers are coming from, but I do appreciate you for joining. I appreciate you for subbing up and all that stuff. I appreciate you for watching. All you know, for you guys that ain't even subbed, you know, thank you for watching the channel. Appreciate it. And I guess that's pretty much all I got for you. So let me know what you think about the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Y'all take care.